Right here is a 650 double pumper. It's one of the older style ones. See how the linkage is. It's come from Shawn Bradley up in Canada. He's an awesome dude. He's trying to do it Mr. Low Buck like us. Everything on a budget, trying to keep it as cheap as possible. So he bought this carburetor, and he wanted me to rebuild it for him. So he mailed it from Canada to here in North Carolina. And so I'm gonna tear it apart, freshen it up, rebuild it, put it on the S10, dial it in, set it up the way I think it needs to be set up for his motor combination. He sent me all the specs, the cam, what heads, the compression, sent me everything. So I'm gonna set the carburetor up for him and dial it in, clean it up real good, and send it back that way, and he's gonna have an official Skull carburetor. And it's back cold again. It's like 40 degrees out. It's ridiculous. It was 70 this weekend, then it rained all day yesterday, and now it's back to being freezing cold. Winter just won't leave us be. But anyway, luckily everything's there. I mean, for the most part. I may see if I can find him a different. These throttle linkages they work all right, but I just don't really like them. They get bent over years. See how that's sloppy? They work loose over years and years of using them. But if I can find me the more modern style, I'll convert it over. But if I can't, I'll make this one work. I'll fix it. But yeah, there it is. 650. 4777. Cool thing about 650s is they use the same base plate as a 750. The differences are in here. The bores, the size of them is different. Just putting on putting in a Ford Ranger. He's got him a little Ford motor and everything built for it. So he's a really cool guy. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in this video so you guys can check him out. He is an awesome fella, man. Super cool. But yeah, just doing what I can to help people out. He said he wanted a Skull carb. He wanted me to rebuild it for him, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. These gaskets, I don't care if they say non-stick, they always end up getting welded to the center section of these carburetors. If they sit for years and years and years with no fuel in them, they always get stuck. It ain't too bad. That's about what most of them look like when they've sat for a lot of years. I think I'm gonna have to go in the house and do this, man. I'm cold. That warm weather just ruins you. You get used to being warm, and then you become a total pansy when it gets cold again. You're not acclimated anymore. I think I'm going to the house. Alright, here's Shawn Bradley's carburetor. Polished and cleaned and polished the bores and the base plate up as best I could. A lot of work with the Dremel. I mean, some places just won't come clean, but compared to what it was, it's a whole lot better. So now we're gonna put it back together. Alright, got it all cleaned up, fixing to go back together. About 4 or 5 hours with a little Dremel tool, cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. Got all the pieces laying here, put it back together. Alright, I had to remove the choke assembly off the side. I might leave this so you can put an electric choke on it, because being in Canada it is cold a lot. I'd prefer just to remove the whole thing, but like I said, I have to wait and see what Shawn wants me to do. But I had to take it off because this one's busted. See where it's broke right there? It's bent. So this interferes with the throttle linkage, opening up. See how it's bent? See a small crack there going all the way back. So that has to be deleted. So I might just cut this out and you can just get another one for it. So it probably won't need a choke. It's a small carburetor. I don't know. If he does want to run one electric choke, he's probably going to need the flat. Alright, there it is, all cleaned and put back together, and new gaskets, and got smooth. 71 primary, 76 secondary, 6.5 power valve. Mixer screws are out 1.5 turns. Should be pretty close. I'm gonna see if I can find you a mechanical choke. I might have one somewhere. So I'll look see if I can find a mechanical choke. But it's all cleaned and it ought to run like a champion. I think I'm gonna weld that right there. Tilt it over and weld it so I can get Carrie Fox to weld it. Since I ain't got a welder. But yeah, there she is. Mr. Shawn Bradley. All new accelerator pump diaphragms, all new gaskets. I mean, everything's new. So, should work good. I'm gonna bolt it on the S10 over here and fire it up and tune it in. I gotta wait till I can put mufflers on that thing though, because it's open headed right now. So once I put mufflers on it, then I'll put it on there and fire it up and dial it in. But it should run real well. It should run nice. So we'll see. Alright, I'm out here at Dustin's and just got all Turk's rods and pistons and everything put together, all the rings on them, all the clips in them, all the main caps, well, the rod caps busted apart and the bearings in, and get ready to drop them down the block. And his little baby sitting over here. This is his first engine bill.
Yep.
Little loop.
Soaking it all in.
This is his first motor bill. And Dustin's got allergies. Terrible. Yeah. Look at his face.
Where's that?
Alright. Turk gave him a heart of gold as well. He told me, he said, "Make the paint your motor gold."
I know, when he see that, he called me and goes, "Oh shit, called Justin Motor is."
He said,
"This is like bright gold."
Yeah, yeah. He said mine's a darker gold, so it makes a difference.
Yeah. But I still got to finish painting his. I just put it.
I'd wait till you get the heads and everything on it. All right, Turkey's live on Dustin's Facebook phone. What is it? Facebook Live?
It's not Facebook Live. It's Facebook Messenger video chat.
Okay, Turk's on Dustin's Facebook video chat, watching me put his motor together. From where you sitting, Turk? You sitting on the couch?
Yep.
Look at this. This is like, look, you can see yourself seeing yourself, seeing me, seeing you. This is like. It's like that infinity thing where you put two mirrors in front of each other. Yes.
That's funny as shit.
But Turk approves of the motor going together. So awesome.
Heck yeah, dude. I appreciate the crap out of it.
Well, you are very welcome. We're going to do that. You got to put it on Dustin one time. Oh, wait. We got to fix something for him, too.
Dustin ain't going to hear the gunfire.
He ain't going to hear the motor run either.
No,
it's blown apart.
It's scattered.
Driving my Malibu.
Oh, that's 760s right there.
Oh, it'll be better than that when I put a converter in it.
Oh, it's on.
I think I might sell the Camaro and just drive the Malibu.
No, you won't. All right, and of course, couldn't get it finished last night because I have to clearance a block. So, got the die grinder, and I'm clearancing each one of these spots here so that the H-beam rods will clear. See that? So, that's what I'm doing. And Dustin's going to a ball game, and Carlos in here petting the dog.
Yep. See, I'm a good boy.
It's going to be Turkey's dog. But yeah, that's where I marked. Just got to clearance them. Alright, still clearance on the block. There we go. Got them all clearanced. Perfect clearance.
See that? That right there is what I'm going for. Nice clearance. So good. Awesome. 340 over 350. This is the last piston going in. Got all cylinders clearance for the rods, everything in. I'll put a balancer on there and bring it up top dead center, and I'll put the cam in. Put the oil pump on it and oil pan. It'll be good to go. Last piston going in. Cam's in, timing chain's on. All the pistons are in. Let's put the oil pump on. He had the wrong oil pump pickup or the wrong pan, but he's gonna fix that. Those are all torqued to 25 foot-pounds. The rod bolts are 65 foot-pounds, just for memory's sake. See, top dead center. About 15,000 in the hole. I measured a minute ago, 15, 16,000, give or take. I'll measure it again. It's probably more closer to 20,000 than 15, but I'll double check here to see. But was dot to dot, rotated it dot to dot on the compression stroke, so she's ready to go together. So you're in for a ride. This will be a stout motor. So there you go, turkey. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Hydraulic roller cam. It's gonna be good. About 540 lift. Nothing crazy. It's gonna be good. Alright, got another motor together. This motor is going in the Suburban. So just ain't got the oil pan and oil pump stuff on it. Alright, this is the motor that's going in the Suburban. It's got the heads and stuff that come off of Jim Collins' 388. And the same valve springs. It's going to reuse that same cam. Where's your part number on it? 4 or 5. It's a comp cam. 15211. Yeah, it's like a 110 lobe separation. You know, it's like 500 lift, 485 lift, something like that. That's a mild cam, but it'll run good in the Suburban. Got good torque. Cam in, timing chain on, lifters are in. So cool. Alright, been out here at Dave's for a few hours. He bought a new gas tank. Let me go around the other way. I guess I can go around this way. He bought a new gas tank for his truck. So I had to redo all the fuel lines for it. See where it comes out. Just got to wire the ground in the sending unit. Comes out. Runs down next to the frame, nice and neat. Actually runs on the inside of the frame, which is the only way to run fuel line. Run to the outside, something could catch it, tear it. But tight squeeze for a fat boy. Alright, runs out of his tank down, along the frame, back all the way up. Oh. That comes out right there. Goes another new filter, from the filter into the pump, then on up to the carburetor. So there you go. A little bit of a pain to run all that in there, but well worth it, because now it looks a lot better, and it's just a lot better. Plus the old tank he had was leaking, so he had to get a new one. So I need to run a hot wire from that up to the gauge inside the car, inside the truck, whenever he gets them figured out what he wants to do with those. And then we can hook the ground up, and then the sending unit should work. But so all that's done. Now he can fire it back up and move it around again. He's done the dash and everything else, man. It's looking good. So he's got the front clip and stuff back on it. Looks like he's painted all that. It's all looking good. Awesome. So cool. Hear that pitiful truck? Oh, she's hurt bad. Sounds like Christine.
Straight down on the Blue Goose. Brakes are working.
Pretty good. Look good, driver. Speed or road.
I know.
First lap.
Second's like a grainy load.
Oh, so just take off in second?
Yeah.
Second is like granny.
I mean, first is.
Oh, I cannot wait to tow something.
Different, ain't it?
It's cool.
It's a decent. Well, I can't. It's riding. It's riding. Let the motor come down. Run. Let the motor come down like a big truck. Yeah, when you're going up a gear, it's you keep it revved up a little bit. I go up a gear, just got to rev it a little bit to go up a little. The throttle feels funny. It's not a race car.
Well, that's all I ever drive with straight drive race cars.
Ramp truck.
Oh, this is gonna be so awesome.
USS Independence. Back on the road. After many months.
So I can go.
Still ain't got no shocks on it.
Think I can go drive away in second?
Yeah. And it don't bog like a car. It's got power. It'll grunt. Or you get in the throttle and just pull on it.
I know, it's so cool. I was watching for the tack to come up to like 2 before I shifted, but Rust-Oleum, nothing but the best. This is Rust-Oleum, 3 parts paint, 1 part thinner, and this is the paint that I mixed up when I painted my 74. It was in that jar, and it still goes on. This is like, that was December when I painted that car, and that paint's still good in that jar. Oh yeah. Well, there it is. We're gonna do another coat tomorrow. But
Use about that much of that can of paint.
yeah.
Almost 2 coats on. We'll put another coat on tomorrow. But
Yeah.
the whole deal is to paint this whole truck for $100, and we're in for 50 something now. So
Oh, it'll be the. That's easy. You can paint anything for $100.
one can's $27.99. The thinner's
The thinner was $7.98, but we usually buy the expensive, the VMP naphtha thinner, because it works a lot better when you're trying to get a really shiny paint job.
it's about $14 a gallon.
Yeah.
So we may use that on get some of that naphtha for the cab. I just didn't have a gallon of it.
I think that thinner will be fine. Run that.
It's all mismatched because most of that truck's still rusty. This side over the aluminum one's slick, turned out slicker than the rust, but it's all good.
2 coats will fix that.
Shoot, that's straight skull, man.
Oh yeah.
Real good.
There it is. We'll continue on tomorrow. Awesome. And tomorrow also we're gonna pull the motor out of this. I hope. We're gonna try.